Republicans should be pro-choice, Democrats should be pro-life, and we all should come to an agreement about abortion. The main issue around abortion has been whether or not it is murder for the entirety of my life, and that has been a losing argument for the pro-choice crowd. I'm going to start by conceding that point. Yes, abortion is murder. It is undeniably ending a human life, and saying anything else is just a form of emotional manipulation. But it is far from the only form of murder civilizations justify. It's a human life, but a human life requires nourishment, love, and attention to succeed. And if the mother is the only person aware of this life's existence and doesn't want to provide those things from such an early point, it has little hope of happiness or becoming a contributing member of society. More likely, that child will be neglected, if not abused, and grow up to leech off and degrade its community. If you believe abortion should be illegal because it's murder, then we need to stop fighting and funding all wars, end the death penalty, and consider outlawing meat. Then we need to stop there's a separation between church and state for many reasons, one of them being that it is not the government's job to keep people from committing sins. That is the job of the church. We do not have to think everything legal is just, and we don't have to agree with everything legal, because the state is not and should not be the arbiter of morality. The state should exist to keep society functioning and its members prospering. The babies that are aborted today would be far more likely to end up in the foster system if their mothers are forced to keep them, beginning their relationship of dependence on the state. They'd be inoculated with and pacified by all the newest, most profitable big pharma products. The most successful of this unwanted group will be educated and indoctrinated in grievance studies in schools and universities and spread those ideas into corporations and government agencies. But a larger portion that is not academically successful will find crime, drugs, and gangs on the streets and in prisons. They will be a burden on their communities and dependent on government assistance for the entirety of their lives. Many would end up fighting wars and enforcing laws they don't even try to understand. No matter the case, these people will vote to maintain the system that has raised them, and they remain dependent on. The foster system is an NPC, Democratic voter, industrial factory. This is what I find funny about the abortion issue. Currently, both sides are arguing against their own self-interests. If Democrats wanted to create more Democratic voters, they would want to stop irresponsible women from getting abortions, take those children into the foster system, and fully indoctrinate them. And if Republicans wanted to stop Democrats from getting more votes, they would want irresponsible women to abort their unwanted babies before they become dependent on and aligned to the liberal institutions they aim to dismantle. So what I suggest is we take a reasonable approach to this. Stop acting as if it's the government's job to make the moral decisions for its population, and allow people to make the wrong choice, but let them know that we don't think it's the right choice. Let's all just come clean about the fact that abortion is murdering your baby. But if that's what you want to do, you're probably not going to be a good mom, and we should probably let you murder that baby before we all have to meet it and deal with the societal outcomes of you neglecting to care for it. See, Republicans call themselves pro-life, but they don't do much in the way of providing for that life once it's in existence. And if that's the way things are, which they currently are, I don't see the benefit of bringing a bunch of unwanted, unloved children into the world, forcing them into the world. If we lived in an ideal world where these children wouldn't be put into the foster system and indoctrinated to becoming the next generation of democratic voters that destroy their own society, then maybe we could have a talk about that. But we are where we are. And Democrats are not an evil party, by the way. At least I don't think they always were. But since 2016, when they stole the election from Bernie and gave it to Hillary Clinton, they have not been a democratic institution, and people have forgotten what presidential elections are supposed to be. It's not supposed to be the worst of either party just so the other party can't win. It's supposed to be the best of either party so that whoever wins, we're okay with the outcome. I would have been stoked if it was Bernie versus Trump, because then I wouldn't have had to have voted at all. But because it was Trump versus Hillary, I had to vote for a Republican, which I didn't want to do. Because if you go to school, if you come up in the system, you're raised to believe that the Republicans are the evil party, and the Democrats are the party of progress and the working people. Even though the Republican Party was founded to end slavery, and the Democrats were the ones who broke off to defend that institution, people still think the Republicans are the racist ones. Whatever, I'm way off topic. That's it for today. I know it's been a while I've been doing stand-up instead of this, but it didn't take me long to get canceled from that, huh? Alright, have a good one, everybody. Merry Christmas, or Happy Hanukkah, or whatever the fuck it is you practice and believe in. I wish you a good winter.